Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mac. This is Marshfoot Outdoors EDC and gear, and today I'm going to be showcasing what my actual EDC is because I haven't done that yet on this channel. And I don't know about you, but I'm always interested in what other people are carrying. Sometimes you learn things, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just find it interesting, and I do. I always find it interesting to see people's pocket dumps and what they're carrying. This is just first line gear, meaning it's stuff that I carry just on my person, in my pockets or on my body, not including secondary things like backpacks, waist bags, man purses, satchels, vehicle carry. None of that stuff is included into this video. So, depending on what you may or may not see here, that doesn't mean that I don't always have it with me. It just means that it's not what I consider part of my first line gear. And this has pretty much been my EDC, or a very close variation of, for probably the last 10 to 12 years. I've been carrying some variation of these same exact items every single day. Sometimes I'll change, out a knife, or there's been times where I've carried the same pocket knife for 3 years and haven't swapped it out. So I'm just going to go through the items that you see here on the table, talk about, why I carry those particular items, my philosophy of use or idea behind them. And, that's pretty much it. Nothing crazy. We're not breaking the mold here, not any wild, crazy whiz bangs or anything like that. Just what I consider a pretty down to earth, simple man EDC items that I use on a daily basis, and items that I can use if, things get a little bit sticky. So right off the jump, I'm just going to kind of work from, right to left here. Part of my EDC, actually, let's just start with what's on my body, because then we can go into the other things. Right off the top, my hat. Called them covers in the Marine Corps. I wear a baseball cap like this every single day of my life. I've been doing it since I was a little kid, because to me, it's an essential part of my EDC gear. It's an essential part of my kit. Keeps the sun out of my eyes, keeps the sun off my face. There's been times where, you're kind of moving through whatever you're moving through, and you move a little too fast and you bump into something, and actually, believe it or not, the brim of your hat actually protects you just a little bit. At the end of the night, when I'm about to go to bed, I take my hat off and I basically do a pocket dump into my hat, set it on my stand by the door. And then when I wake up in the morning, I just reverse the process, put everything back in my pockets, put the hat back on. So it's also kind of a catch-all for all these items every single night. Been doing it that way for years. I don't go anywhere without a hat on my head. It's just indispensable to me. Next, glasses. I don't wear them because I'm trying to look like some cool, hip, pseudo intellectual. I wear them because I need them. And, that includes my sunglasses, my necessary prescription sunglasses, which are just off camera there. But I got to have them. I got to be able to see. So obviously an essential part of my EDC. Next is a wristwatch. This is just basically a cheap Casio wristwatch that I put a rubber buffalo band on, water resistant to 100 meters, stainless steel back, illumination, nothing fancy at all with this watch. Pretty much time, date, and a stopwatch. The only three things that I ever use on a watch. But I've been wearing a watch also my entire life. Watches have regained popularity, it seems like, but you can ask anyone that's known me forever. There was a good stretch there why people ask me, like, why do you still wear a watch? You've got a phone in your pocket with your cell phone. I wear a watch because there's times where I don't have my phone on me or something might happen, and depending on what I'm doing, I want to know the time. And I look at my wristwatch constantly for the time, not my phone. So that's pretty much it there of the wear on my body items: watch, hat, glasses. Integral, important parts of my EDC. As I said, just prescription sunglasses, they're part of my EDC. But, these, obviously I don't carry those in my pants pocket. All right. Next, something I just stuff into one of my pockets on my pants or whatever, is an eyeglasses strap. And I don't think this is something that a lot of people that wear glasses think about. And I don't think that a lot of people that wear glasses think about how critical their glasses are, especially if you're not carrying a backup pair, or if you don't have your backup pair nearby and you get a little bit of a situation. If my glasses fall off my head and they go into the water or something, or they get stepped on or something like that, and my backup pair are not nearby, like I'm a few miles from the truck or something like that, I'm pretty screwed because I need my glasses to see. And they also protect my eyes depending on what I'm doing. So I can't afford, if when you're all hot and sweaty, your glasses are constantly falling off your face. You got to press them back up. You got to stop on the side of the road to fix a mechanical issue. You're bent over inside of the engine compartment. Your glasses are constantly falling off. You get into some sort of situation where things are a little bit sticky and you got to get active. I can't afford to lose my glasses in an emergency, or even if it's just a casual adventure where I don't want to worry about losing them. So I keep an eyeglasses strap in my pocket at all times, and I'll just throw it on as needed if I feel like there's a potential to lose my glasses, or I don't want to have to keep pushing them up on my face. So eyeglasses strap. Next thing, I always keep some cash in my pocket and use one of these, spring paperclip deals to carry my pocket, my cash. I don't think I need to explain why you should carry at least a tiny bit of cash on your person at all times, but cash. I always like to have some cash in my pocket. Next, a Bic lighter. Again, I don't smoke, but I'm always, whether I'm lighting a campfire or lighting a camp stove, singeing little stray phrase on a coat or something like that, or, burning a tick, just whatever. I mean, good Lord, the freaking uses for a Bic lighter are legion. And typically I'll have like a little piece of duct tape or electrical tape wrapped around, but this is actually a replacement that I've started carrying more recently. Just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. You don't have to do that, but it is handy to have a little electrical tape wrapped around your Bic lighter. Next, I keep a little length of 550 cord for multiple reasons. One, I like to fidget with it. I like to practice my favorite knots, so they're always fresh in my mind. If you stretch this out, this is probably close to like 7 or 8 foot long, something like that. But there's been so many times where I've been right in the middle of setting something up at camp, and I need a piece of cordage, like right now, like a small piece of cordage to bring something together. And I've learned that just, keeping a little piece of 550 cord in your pocket comes in handy in so many ways for so many things. A bootstrap, bootlace brakes, or if you need to make an expedient field ready eyeglass strap, you could do that. Just countless things. I've used it for tethering the dog down in a real quick pinch. So I've just gotten to where I keep a little hank of 550 cord in my pocket, around 7 foot long, and it comes in handy all the time. And I just kind of stack it and then use just a simple square knot to kind of keep it under control in my pocket, and that's it. 550 cord. This is something that I've added to my EDC off and on over the years. And the reason that it's off and on over the years is because I wear them out. I use them a lot. But this is a new one that I got. This is the Sharp Pal. And it's just, it's a carbide and ceramic knife sharpener. It's also got the oh, come on now, stays in there really nicely, so you can sharpen serrated and fish hooks if you'd like. I don't use that very often at all. So I'll tell you why I carry this and and the reasons why I carry it. But it's also got a little ferro rod, which actually works. So I think that's sweet. That's a redundancy. That's a backup to my Bic lighter if I need to light a fire in an emergency, and an emergency whistle. So those things are great if you get into a survival situation or some sort of survival emergency. But the main reason I carry this is essentially for the ceramic sharpener to keep just a nice little edge on my EDC knives while I'm out in the field or wherever I am. I can just constantly keep a sharp knife sharp. I'm not a big fan of the carbide sharpener part. That's like if your knife blade gets really damaged. That to me is kind of like use in emergency only, because it really aggressively reprofiles your knife blade. But essentially, the small little tucked away ferro rod and the ceramic knife sharpener, and it's a tad bulky in your pocket, but the peace of mind that it gives me for somebody that's constantly using my knives, constantly lighting fires, I just I really like having it. So this has been an on-off addition to my EDC uh, for like the last decade, and I just use them up. I wear them out, and then eventually I get a new one. But I might go a month or something without carrying one, or 2 months without carrying one. So they're not super critical, but when I have it, I carry it. So, and I just got this right off of Amazon. So there's that. Um, and I try to keep my EDC practical. Like, I try not to carry stuff that I don't use, because it's just weighing you down and you don't need it. Next, just a cheap pair of knockoff um, I AirPods. Apple, not even Apple. They're AirPods. They're in there. You have to take my word for it. This is SoundMate's brand. They're self-contained in their own little carrying case that charges when you put them in there. It's charged via USB-C when you need to recharge the battery inside the carrying case. I'm not a person that runs around with earbuds in my ears all the time. I'm not that guy, because I like to have my situational awareness. But I will throw one in occasionally. But what I really like about these, and there's two reasons that I carry them. The number one reason is um, I feel like somebody's always calling me, or I'm on the phone with someone, and it's always when I need to do a task, or I might need to be talking to someone while I'm doing an important task, and I need my hands free, and I don't want to just put my phone all over the place with speakerphone. That's essentially what I like them for, the hands free calling aspect. I can toss one in my ear, stick my phone in my pocket, and I can talk on the phone as I'm doing a task, and I can have a conversation with someone if need be, but I can have my hands available to me, which, if you can use your imagination a little bit, that could come in handy for a lot of situations where you may need to be having a conversation, but you need your hands to be available. And that's the main reason I carry them. Second reason is I love listening to audiobooks and podcasts. And if I'm somewhere where I'm sitting and I have a long wait, toss an earbud in, and the whole world doesn't have to sit there, and I don't have to be that guy that's listening to stuff where everybody can hear it. So these SoundMates brand, I've been using these for like 3 years heavily. I use them almost every single day, and they've been great. I don't know what real Apple AirPods are like, except I know they're expensive. I got these for $20 on sale at Michael's, and I'm sure you can get them on Amazon. They were like $40 originally. I got them because they were $20, and I was like, for $20, I'll give them a try, see how they last. Well, that was 3 years ago, and they've been great. And battery life is exceptional on them. So check those out. Next, something I've been carrying in my pocket forever, as you can see by just how worn it is, but just a Streamlight Stylus Pro. It's only like 100 lumens. Sometimes it gets a little temperamental and needs a little motivation to turn on, but it's just been, it's so long I've been carrying this thing, and I just can't get rid of it. It's small, it's sleek, it's just bright enough, and it just keeps on running. And I don't the pocket clip has just been awesome. So Streamlight Stylus Pro, always in my pocket. You will never catch me unless I just lost it or forgot it, which sometimes I have to go to my cheap backups, because this will go MIA sometimes, and it always resurfaces. But a little small Stylus Pro. So I've started carrying two pocket knives. One I like to keep in my right pocket as a more sharp food cutting, possibly a self-defense blade, so I don't want to get it too worn out. But just still rocking the Vosteed Nightshade. I did a video on this if you haven't caught that yet. Awesome knife, love it. And I've been carrying that on my right strong side. And then I tossed the Civivi Banter, or I almost called it the Banter, the Civivi Mini Praxis has also made it into the EDC lineup. It's basically because I really love these two knives and I just can't decide, and I don't want to break either one's heart. So I carry them both. But no, actually, I like the idea of having two knives, and they're both just really super lightweight. And this Civivi Mini Praxis is an excellent standalone EDC knife just by itself, and I've done that a couple times with it. But it's also, because of its small size, it's just an excellent second EDC knife on your person. So one in one pocket and one in the other pocket. Next, iPhone. iPhone 13, the small one. I don't like big giant phones. Got the fastball magnet on the back. I love that. I got the orange case because I don't lose my phone very often with this orange case, just to kind of let you know. But critical piece of kit. I've got a lot of just everything in here. Got my Onyx for hunting, all trails for hiking, Onyx off-road for driving off-road, among other plethora of apps and items that I use constantly every single day. As much as I hate being tethered to a phone, they've become an integral part of our lives. And, there's some uses of them that are just, to me, indispensable and really come in handy. So that's what I'm carrying. iPhone 13 works great. And I really like it because of its small size, but it's a very powerful phone. Next, my wallet. I don't know the brand. It's just a Raptum, I don't know, Raptum Tactical Gear. I don't know. It's a wallet that I've had for about 6 years. It's got it's kind of like a little man purse, to be quite honest. I can't do like one of those little Ridge wallets. I've just got too many things. Not only like debit cards and your typical driver's license, but my veteran's identification card, like 4 different states concealed carry weapons identification cards. I always keep an extra $20 bill in my wallet as it's an emergency. Like, I need some cash. It basically, it saved my butt a few times. And as soon as I use that $20 bill, I get home and I replace it. And I know I've always at least got a $20 bill squirreled in there. A P38 can opener is in there, and a really, really special challenge coin that I got for something that I did, that maybe sometime we'll talk about it, but I doubt it. But I keep that in there. And that's it. It's just, it's my life is in here. Just know, if I lost my wallet, it would be an absolute nightmare. So my wallet. And then last but not least, maybe you've been wanting to see this. It's been sitting there. Just a good old Generation 3. No red dot. I know. I'm a Luddite. Generation 3 Glock 19. I do have the fiber optic tritium TrueGlow TFX aftermarket sights on here. Fox tape grips that have, the finger parts on the finger grips have come off. But I've been carrying this same Glock 19 in my waistband, or started doing waistband carry or appendix carry probably about 2 or 3 years ago. Before that, I always did in the small of the back, but I hated that. I like appendix way better. But the same Glock 19 has been on my side for over 10 years, and it's just like an old friend, and it goes everywhere with me, and I never leave home without it, and it is always there. And I don't think I need to explain the reasons of why one may carry something like this in today's environment and in today's world. This inside the waistband Kydex holder that I'm using is a fairly new one. I had one that was similar by a company called CYA. It was okay. It didn't have the wing on it. This is my first inside the waistband appendix carry style holster with the wing. It basically just pushes it back and lessens the profile of the pistol, so you can't see the outline of the pistol through your shirt. I like it. It's by a company called Fierce Defender. It's called their Paladin series. I don't know why. It's in gunmetal gray. You know, I like it. It keeps it nice and tucked in, and doesn't really print the pistol. So uh, yeah, Generation 3 Glock 19. Uh, Not getting into any firearm debate or anything like that on this channel. That's not what it's about. I'm just showing you my real, true EDC. So Gen 3 Glock 19, and then one spare magazine that goes to the left of the Glock 19. 99.9% of the time I've got the spare mag. There is the occasional time, depending on what I'm doing, where I'm at, where I'm going, what I'm wearing. If I'm in an environment where I feel really nice and safe, I'll go ahead and take the spare mag out sometimes just to give myself a little bit of relief and, you know, put it in the truck or whatever if I'm right nearby. But pretty much all the time, just one spare 15 round magazine, just alternate it with Liberty Defense and Hornady. So, yep, that's it. Glock factory mag. So I know it's going to be nice and reliable and feed through the weapon, no problem. And that is my EDC, guys. That is my real, true, no frills, no BS, no made up little gadgets or anything like that. Bomb-proof, simple man, get things done kind of EDC. And I feel when I step out of the house and I'm carrying these items, it makes me feel confident that there's a lot of situations that could pop up that these items would be used for, to include just your every single day things that you would use some of, but not all of these items for. So that's it. Hey, what are you guys carrying? I would really like to know. I love when you guys comment. I love when you guys, you know, share your stories, share your thoughts. This has been my same EDC for over 10 years. So how about you? Do you change it up all the time? I'm not a change up my EDC all the time kind of guy. That's just not, I like feeling comfortable with things and carrying the same things. Changing a knife, that doesn't matter. That's immaterial, I think. But really, especially when it comes to the old pistola, I like the same pistol all the time. That way, you know, I'm so well just comfortable with this and shoot it so much and know it so well that I'm not, oh, today I'm going to carry this pistol. Tomorrow I'm going to carry this pistol. And no. Nope. Homie, don't play that. So, all right, guys, that's all I got on this one. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. If you have, if you haven't, I really hope that you do. Hit the thumbs up, comment, share, do all the things. I really appreciate it. Love to get this channel up to 1,000 subs so we can really start taking it to the next level. But hey, that's all I got on this one. And until the next time, I will see you on the happy hunting grounds. Thank you for being here.